Thank you to Care of for sponsoring today's video. In last week's video, we started this backyard refresh and started off with everyone's favorite, which is pressure washing the fence because it's such a drastic difference. Also cleaned up the patio furniture, cleaned up the flower beds back here, and then drilled straight into the water line from outside of the house. Had that repaired, and then I was able to install a retractable hose, and that brings us to where we left off. Alright, it's time to get back to work in the backyard. I'm having the hardest time getting going today, so I'm just doing my morning routine. I got dressed, drank a protein shake, brushed my teeth, and now I need to take my vitamins thanks to today's sponsor, Care of. So Care of is a vitamin company that offers curated products that are designed to work with research-backed ingredients and also for the perfect dosage for you. Their app also lets you track how you're feeling over time so you can see if something's working or it's not, and you can adjust. I love how it comes in this little package here so I can keep it on the counter and then pull out these little packets so I can remember to take them every day. So the two that I've seen that make the biggest difference with my custom plan is the multivitamin with iron. I'm slightly anemic, so I need that iron to help me have energy. And also, I think it's called rhodiola, which is supposed to be good for focus and stress. My favorite part of the Care of experience is how customized it is to you. Have you ever been down the vitamin aisle and you get overwhelmed as to what you need to take? You don't want to be taking stuff that you don't need. So take Care of's quiz to find out what's recommended for you, and you could use my code KelseyR50 to get 50% off your first subscription order. You can use this link down in the description or also the QR code on the screen. All right, let's see what we're working with back here. I haven't been back here much since the whole drilling through the water line incident, but time to get over that and get back to work. So good news is the hose is working out great, adding some water to the pool. And speaking of the pool, I told you guys I had been working on that. It's still really dirty, but I did get something that I'm really excited about. I hate, absolutely loathe vacuuming the pool. And that's why I don't do it often enough. So I am so excited. I went on Amazon and I got this robot pool vacuum. It's the Dolphin Nautilus. So it was pretty expensive, so I'm hoping it works really well, so it'll make my life so much easier. Okay, I'm gonna let the vacuum do its thing for a while, and we're gonna be working over on the back porch. Just like everything back here, this porch has already gotten a makeover, but I wanna add a couple of things to it. The first is this ceiling. So I painted everything white. It used to be like a tan beige color. So I painted it white, but I think it would look really good if it were the same color as the house. It would really pop against the trim. So I'm gonna paint just the ceiling. I'm gonna leave the trim white, but just the ceiling this green gray color of the house. I went to go take this basket down here, and let me show you. Look, it's little bird's eggs. So I guess this basket is going to stay up for a little while until they're hatched. The color that I'm using is Lauriston Stone by Sherwin-Williams, and I love this color. It's kind of green, kind of gray. Most of the time it looks green on the back of the house, but it's also on my garage door, and I love the way it looks against the white brick, and you can't really tell if it's green or gray in the front, but it just looks like a really calming, neutral color, and it goes with anything. So I think it looks really good here next to the wood of the ceiling fan and the black, and it's just gonna be more practical to keep clean back here, and I think it will look nicer. Okay, it's the next day. Ceiling is done, except I do need to touch up along the edges a little bit with the trim color, but I'll do that later. And I want to check in on the pool and give you guys an update. So the vacuum, I ran it a few times yesterday. It's doing a pretty good job. It's just this stuff is like stuck to the bottom, this algae. And so I'm just gonna have to scrape it loose with like a scrub brush to get it all off, and then it will suck it up. But the top is not like filtering correctly. I think I need to change the sand in my sand filter. It's like my least favorite part about having a pool. I've had to learn so much, and then you just guess what you think might be wrong. I mean, obviously Googling and figuring out, like diagnosing it basically. If your chemicals are balanced, I'm like, why is it still cloudy? But anyway, so we'll get there eventually, I guess. In the meantime, I've got my pressure washer out, and I've got a very wide tip on it so it doesn't spray too hard. And I want to spray down these outdoor pillows and also this over here, and just clean that up and get the dirt out, and then I'll leave it out to dry in the sun. Also, we can spray down all of the rocking chairs and the swing and the doors. There's just like pollen on everything. Between the pollen and the dirt, and I don't even know what else, these cushions and these pillows could really use a good cleaning. And there is not much that I find more satisfying in my projects than pressure washing. So I took all of these outdoor pillows that had become really dirty, and I wasn't really sure if I would be able to get whatever it was out, but all of the pillows came pretty much clean, looked almost brand new. Okay, it's crazy windy, so hopefully you can hear me, but we got all the patio furniture clean. And now I want to talk about this concrete out here. I want to see if I can make it blend in with the deck a little bit more. And remember when we stained the concrete in the front of the house? We're going to try to do that to this concrete as well. To pressure wash this back porch, I recruited some help. My son wanted to learn how to pressure wash, and this lasted about as long as you would think with an 11-year-old, but he did a pretty good job. And I was able to come in and finish it up completely to get all of the dirt and everything off of the concrete to prepare it for the stain. The concrete stain that I'm using is semi-transparent, and I will link it down below, but it goes on much easier if you wet the concrete first because you don't want a completely solid look. It's supposed to be a stained look, and the water just allows it to spread around a lot more easily. You can add more coats if you want. I was pretty satisfied with, I'll call it 1.5 coats that I did of this because I didn't do a full second coat. I just lightly brushed over the top of it again, not even waiting very long after the first coat because it dries very fast. Okay, the patio is still drying, and I think I like it. I'm trying to figure out if it just makes the concrete look dirty or it looks intentional that it's continuing out to the deck here, blends in a lot more. What do you guys think? And here's the view like from inside the house out to the deck. I also just remembered that there's going to be a rug covering up most of this area, so you'll only really see it on the edges, but I think I like it. And in other news, some of the eggs hatched. If you can see. Stop moving, this wind is so crazy. You see little birds? Look, they look like they're hungry. So some of them hatched, some are still gonna hatch. I saw the mom this morning, looked like she was feeding them, so we're just gonna put that back and leave them alone. Spent the rest of the day changing the sand in the sand filter for my pool. It is always something, but fingers crossed that this does the trick. Add some more chemicals, vacuum it again, and the pool will hopefully be ready to go for the summer. So make sure you guys are subscribed because I will be back with another video where hopefully we finish up this backyard refresh, and I will see you guys then. Bye!